Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome back again to another new episode of Linux for Hacker series. In our previous video, we have learned about case statements in Bash shell scripting. So, if you haven't watched that video, then you can find that video in my descriptions link below, or you can also check out my channel. So in this video, we're gonna learn about arrays in Bash shell script. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So as you can see, this is a amazing blog from digitalocean.com where I found a awesome definition of array in an exemplary way. So you can prefer this. So let's see what we're gonna see or what we're gonna learn in this session or in this episode of Linux for Hacker course. So first we're gonna see what are arrays, and then we'll see how many types of arrays are there in Bash shell scripting, and then we are going to see some syntax of arrays, and then we will also see some best examples of how you can implement arrays in Bash shell scripting. So let's begin. If you have a prior understanding or previous knowledge of any programming language such as C, C++, Java, or Python, then you know what a array is, right? But if you are unfamiliar with array, then let me clarify it. So, if you remember, I have made a video on my channel about variables in shell scripting, right? What a variable does in shell scripting or in any programming language is it basically store or hold a data value, right? But sometimes in our programming, we need to handle with a large data set. In that case, we can define every variable or each variable for each data set. Instead of we can use a array with that. As we know, variables store single data elements, where in the other hand, array can store a virtually unlimited number of data elements. When working with a large amount of data, variables can prove to be very inefficient, and it can be very helpful to get hands-on with arrays, right? So let's learn how to create arrays shell scripting. There are basically two types of array we can work with in our shell scripting. The first one is indexed array, and then another is the associative array. But before you understand indexed array and associative array, it's very crucial to understand how array elements are stored in memory location, right? So here is an exemplary image. You can understand that you can consider these are the locations of the memory, right? And inside this, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has been written, and under that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has been written. So what does it mean, by the way? If you are seeing in the inside the box something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you can consider that these are the data elements that the actual array is holding right now. And at the below, what you are seeing right now, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the index of the array elements. Like you can consider with these are the memory addresses of your computer. But these are not the actual memory addresses. These are the right index values. So whenever we declare a array in our program, then the memory arrangement of that data or that array will occur in this way. Like if we declare a array of size, 5, then these 5 bytes are stored in this way. Like the first index will be 0, then the second index will be 1, then the third index will be 2, then respectively 3, 4, 5, etc. As our definition says that indexed array store element with an index starting from 0, what we have seen in this image, right? This is the index 1, this is the index 1, and before that there is the index 0, where the first element has been stored. So the first element index will always become 0 in arrays in every programming language, like. most of the programming language. So let's understand now. If you understand what indexed array is, so let us talk about associative array. So how associative array will work? Like it stores element in key value pair, right? So here the associative array stores data elements in key value pair on the adjacent memory location, right? So if you have a basic knowledge of Python, then you might have come through an concept of like dictionary. So it is kind of similar to dictionary in Python where we used to store data elements in a key value pair order. So now let's see how we can declare an array in our bash shell scripting. So as you can see, this is a screenshot how we can declare an array, but I will give you a different example. So let's first talk about indexed array, how we can declare an indexed array using shell scripting, right? So let me now create a script here using my nano text editor script such, and then as always I will have to write my shaving line, and then you can so basically there are two ways to declare an array, right? So first the first method is you can declare an array first, then initialize the value, and the second method is you can also declare and initialize at once, right? So whatever the method you like you can follow. So let me show you both. So let us first declare a array by using the keyword declare, then hyphen small a. So remember the small a is used for indexed array, and if I write capital A, then it will be used for the associative array, right? So remember this in mind and use the small a, and then use, I will give my array variable name, which is my array, and then you don't need to use any semicolon over here. Lots of people do these kinds of mistake due to previous knowledge of programming. So keep in mind it. So let's initialize the array using some values. For example, if I write my array, then I have to give a square bracket over here, and inside the square bracket, I have to give the index number of the array element, such as it is starting from 0. So I have to type 0, and then the is equal to symbol, and then the value within the array, such as apple. And then I have to initialize the second index of the array. Same like before, I have to write it one over here. So I think it's not clearly visible. Let me zoom it. Okay, so now it's clearly visible. So again, I will write over here just banana, and then again my array. Here I will write two, and then just mango. So for now, let it be this much. I will not gonna write a long array. So this is the first method I can initialize a array or declare. So this is the first step, or you can say the first method of declaring and initializing the array. So now let me show you the second method. So for example, I want to create another array. Now in this case, my array 2. So now I have to just use the equal to symbol, and then have to put the parenthesis bracket, and inside this I can specify my all the array elements, such as what I have written over here, like apple, banana, and mango. So this is the simplest step to declare and initialize a array element using shell scripting. But remember, these are the indexed array, not the associative array. So this is the method two. So let me write it over here by using a comment method two. So now we have understood how we can declare a array and how we can initialize those values. So now let's see how we can access those elements what we have initialized. So for that, we need to so let me write the code over here. So if I want to access the array elements individually, then I can write simple code over here. It's just I have to write echo and then the dollar symbol and then then I have to write curly braces and then the variable name, which is the array variable name, which is in this case my array. So let's suppose I want to access this first array. So for that reason, I have to write the variable name, which is my array, and let's uh, let's see, suppose I want to access the element banana over here. So what is the index number of banana, which is 1? So I have to type 1 inside this. If I type 1, then it will call the banana value from the array element. So if I write 2, then it will call the mango. If I write 0, then it will call the apple. So this is as simple as it is. So now let me save it using Control plus X and then Y, then press enter. Now make it executable by Control plus X script. Okay. So right. So now let's run it. So as you can see, banana has been printed. So this is possible because of, like I have specified one over here. So this is calling the index one, which is banana in this place. So what if I want to call all these elements? So for that reason, I have to specify a special operator inside this my array variable, which is uh, the at the rate symbol. So if I write at the rate symbol, then it will call all the elements from the list. So let me save it and let me run it again. And you can see apple, banana, and mango is over here. So how it became possible? Because I have specified at the rate symbol. This at the rate symbol is a special operator in shell scripting that is basically used to call or to index all the elements that are being present on the array index, especially in like indexed array. So also there is another interesting thing in shell scripting, like if I want to check the length of my array, so how to do it? So simple, you just need to specify a hash symbol over here like this, then it will gonna print the length of your array. So let's save it and then now again run it and you can see 3. So this is the length of my array. So if I just show you again, then you can see apple, banana, and mango. There are 3 elements, so the length is 3 over here. So in this way you can also print the length of your array. So also there is another method to list the all the elements of array, or you can see, or you can say that to print the all the elements array by using loop. So to do that, I need to use the for loop. So let me comment it down. Then I will simply write for I in then the parenthesis bracket and then my. So now let me okay. So let me change the value of the array 2. So I will write apple 2, then banana 2, then banana 3. So it will be easier for you to distinguish between two array, right? So that's why I have written over here. So let's now call the second array by using for loop. So let me now specify the array variable name of my second array, which is my array 2, and then I have to specify the square bracket, and under the square bracket, I have to specify a dollar symbol, which will call all the elements from the array list. And then I have to specify two, which will tell if you have seen my loop video where I have discussed about various loops like for loop, until loop, while loop, etc. Then you are quite familiar with what I am doing over here, so you can understand better. So I'll do, and then I will simply print echo, then dollar I, and then done. So now let's save it, and then again I will run it. Okay, so I think I have some syntax error. Let's now see what it is. Oh, okay, there was a silly mistake which I have did, which is so the error is I don't have to specify parentheses. Instead of I have to write curly braces over here. So now let's save it, and then again if I run it, then you can see all the elements of array 2, which is apple 2, banana 2, and mango 3, has been printed over here. So now let me show you it again, see it again. You can see this is the the second array element where we have accessed the elements of the second array by using the for loop. So here are some method by which you can access the elements of array. So this was all about indexed array. So let's now jump into associative array. So let me create another script, which is script 12.sh, and as always I have to write the shebang line. And now let's see how we can declare an associative array, right? So to declare an associative array, I need to use a keyword, which is declare, as always before. So, but this time remember to use capital A instead of using small a, right? So if you use small a, then it will be considered as an indexed array, not an associative array. So keep this in mind. So let's suppose the array variable name, which will be user creds, which will take the user credential, right? So now let's assign the user creds variable uh, a value. So user creds, but this time I have to assign uh, the value to a key, right? So as we have written that the associative array stores a value in a key value pair format like dictionary in Python. So I have to assign the key first, then the value. For example, let's say it is admin, and then if I so to assign the value, I need to use the assignment operator, which is the equal to operator, you can also say. Then the double quotes, and under the double quotes I need to specify the credentials such as pass 1 2 3, and then the second. So this is same as before, press, then the square bracket, then guest, and then so these are the dummy credentials I am using, not any actual credentials. So guest 1 2 3. So now let's create another. So let's see, these are the associative array variables with the declared values, right? So this is the method to declare an associative array. So now let's see how we can access these values and how we can read it. And so to do that, there is a method like we can use like single, we can extract single data elements, or we can extract single values from the single key. For suppose, let's say I want to access the password of guest. So in order to do that, I will use echo and then the dollar symbol to call the variable, and then the curly braces. And inside the curly braces, I have to specify the uh, the array variable creds, user creds, and then the key name, which is in this case the guest. So like this. So if I save it and plus X. So now let me run, and you can see the value of the guest user has been printed, or the password of the guest user has been printed. So now let's see the code again. You can see I have called the only the password of the guest user uh, from all the array list. But you can also call the total elements of the array by using the same method. For example, if you want to call the all, then just type add the rate over here and then save it, and then again run, and you can see the method is same as before in as indexed array, right? So this is as simple as it is. So if you want to also print the length, then you can also add a hash symbol over here, and then you can again run it. It will also print the value 3, which is the length of the array. So this is simple. So also you can take the help of for loop to access these elements. So this is your task to do it, and let me know in the comment section if you face any problem or any doubt. So now if you want to delete some values in your array, then you can use the command unset over here. For suppose I want to delete the value of Rajan user over here, then I can use the command unset, and then I can simply specify the array variable name, which is user threads, and the square bracket, and inside I have to write Rajan over here, and then let's just print it by deleting the hash symbol over here, and then let's save it and run it again. And this time you can see the pass 123 and guest 123 has been printed, but this time there is no Rajan 123. This is because we have deleted the value of the variable, the array variable Rajan, which is here. So this in this process, you can also delete a value, array variable. So also there are a lot more things in array like slicing, inserting, appending. So more advanced stuffs are there. But for now, you don't need to learn much more things. So if you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. And you can also join my Discord server, which is the link in my channel description. You can also join it, and you can also ask if you have any doubt. The healthy community is there. So this was all about arrays in Bash shell scripting. So if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And till then, keep learning, keep hacking, and goodbye.